Hello and welcome to Undead Gaming News, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. I'm your host Zombie, and first up this week, we have the recent Nintendo Direct. First, Nintendo showed a fresh look at the forthcoming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, heading to Switch later this year, known as the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC, which will bring new stories, new areas and new people. Next up of course was Sonic Superstars, which is the new 2D side-scroller heading to Nintendo Switch. The trailer gave a look at some of the Emerald powers that players can use, and then the free-to-play life sim Palia was next, which is heading to Switch this winter. In Palia, you'll be foraging, mining, insect catching, gardening, hunting, furniture making, cooking and fishing. Up next was Persona 5 Tactica, the Persona 5 spin-off, which is also heading to Switch. It was first announced at the Xbox Showcase, which we discussed last week. After that was Myth Force, which is a first-person melee roguelike, inspired by classic Sunday morning cartoons. Next up was an update to Splatoon 3 in the form of an ice cream themed Splatfest. The event will run from the 15th of July to the 17th of July, and the three teams you'll be able to choose from this time are Vanilla, Strawberry and Mint Chip. Next was a new trailer for Detective Pikachu Returns, which is coming on the 6th of October. You'll be able to once again solve mysteries with Tim Goodman and his coffee-loving Pikachu. Following that was a remake of the SNES classic Super Mario RPG, and it launches on November the 17th, 2023. There's also a new Princess Peach platformer in the works. It's a side-scroller set on a theatre stage, where she will have some sort of transformative powers. More details will be shared soon. A remaster of the DS sequel Luigi's Mansion 2 is also in development for Switch, which will launch alongside the Peach game next year. Then Rocksteady shared that they're bringing their Batman Arkham trilogy to Switch, so you can play Arkham Asylum, Arkham City and Arkham Knight, all with the DLC included, in autumn this year. Just Dance 2024 edition was next, showing off its new 40 songs with genres including K-pop, hip-hop and more. It will arrive on the 24th of October, along with a 1-month free trial. Then we had Silent Hope, which is an action RPG featuring 7 warriors and a cartoon style, and it's coming on the 3rd of October. Following that was another look at Fae Farm, which arrives on the 8th of September. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged is also coming to the Switch, and it arrives on the 19th of October. There's also Manic Mechanics, which is a cooperative action party game, and it will arrive on the 13th of July. DLC for Ubisoft's Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope is now available. It's called The Last Spark Hunter, and there's also currently a demo for the main game available. Next up was Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince, which will see players become a monster wrangler, combining creatures into new types to create a whole army. It will be out on the 1st of December. We also had Pikmin 4, which will feature night missions for the first time, and brand new Glow Pikmin to help out. A demo will be released this week. The full game will release on the 21st of July, 2023. HD releases of Pikmin 1 and 2 are also available right now on the Nintendo eShop. Following that, they announced that the Switch will be getting the Metal Gear Master Collection Volume 1, which includes Metal Gear Solid 1, 2 and 3, as well as the original games Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, plus the NES versions of Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. On top of that is the first Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and its sequel, which will be out on the 24th of October. There was also Vampire Survivors, which will arrive on Switch on the 17th of August, which is a gothic horror casual game with roguelike elements, where your choices can allow you to quickly snowball against the hundreds of monsters that get thrown at you. And then we had Headbangers Rhythm Royale, which is a rhythm battle royale game, where you play as a pigeon in a series of musical minigames. It's coming on the 31st of October. Following that was Penny's Big Breakaway, which is a new 3D platformer from the team behind Sonic Mania. Expect bright worlds and a magical yo-yo, and it will be out early next year. There was also the next wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe courses, which will include a brand new course called Squeaky Clean Sprint, as well as new characters. It's coming this summer. Then we had the previously leaked Star Ocean The Second Story R, which will arrive on the Switch on the 2nd of November, which is a remake of the second installment in the Star Ocean series, brought to life in a 2.5D aesthetic, which fuses 2D pixel characters and 3D environments. There's also another WarioWare game in development. WarioWare Move It will have players shuffling around with their Joy-Con. It will be out on the 3rd of November. And to finish off the Nintendo Direct, was Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's a new 2D Mario platformer. It will feature Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, and Yoshi, all as playable characters, in addition to Mario, Luigi, and Toad. More details will be on the way ahead of its 20th of October release. However, in other news, Dan Houser, the co-founder of Rockstar Games, as well as the former creative director and lead writer of games such as GTA V, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Bully, has decided to open up a new studio called Absurd Ventures. The studio intends to create new IPs available on multiple platforms, and it will include more than just video games. The new studio plans on creating worlds that can be produced for live action, animation, video games, comic books, and more. In a press release, Dan Houser stated, "They are building Absurd Ventures to create new universes, to create great stories wherever and however they can." It's also worth noting that although Dan Houser is just getting the studio off the ground, it was first incorporated in 2021, it was officially incorporated on the 23rd of June in that year. So this could mean that work has been underway for quite some time. Over on Sony's side of things though, they've slowly been building up a new division under its PlayStation umbrella, responsible for bringing its brands to smartphones, but Nicola Sebastiani, a former Apple Arcade executive who was headhunted to spearhead the charge, has already left the company to pursue a new undisclosed opportunity. Nicola joined less than 2 years ago and had a hand in the division's acquisition of Savage Game Studios, a developer that's currently working on Sony's first AAA mobile live service action game. Sony has since filled that position at the company with two co-heads, ex-Meta product manager Olivier Courtemanche and former Kabam executive Chris Davis. Kabam, in case you don't know, is a massive mobile gaming company responsible for games like Disney Mirrorverse and Marvel Contest of Champions. So this certainly seems like a very fitting replacement to have in that position. Also in the news, Electronic Arts have announced a major restructuring that saw it rename its long-running EA Games division into EA Entertainment. In addition to introducing several other changes to its corporate composition, this development coincides with the publisher's newly announced decision to delay Immortals of Avium, which is now going to launch on the 22nd of August. The company was originally founded in 1982 by one of Apple's first 50 employees, Trip Hawkins. Electronic Arts established the EA Games brand in 1999 as an all-encompassing moniker of its publishing division. This makes it the company's second oldest in-house label, after EA Sports, which started in 1991. That particular division just went through a somewhat turbulent 12-month period as well that saw EA Sports lose its FIFA license and put out a poorly reviewed Madden NFL 23. But in a June 20th announcement, EA CEO Andrew Wilson revealed that the company underwent a major reshuffle by organising all of its studios into EA Sports and EA Entertainment. He labelled the move as an evolution of EA, which will allow its many divisions to seize more creative ownership and financial accountability over their projects, all with the goal of improving efficiency. The restructuring should then hence boost the company's growth prospects and ensure long-term value for both its employees and players alike. EA Chief Operating Officer Laura Meal was appointed as the head of EA Entertainment, while Executive Vice President Cam Webber will continue to lead EA Sports in an expanded role after the reshuffle saw him emerge as the division's president. Meanwhile, Laura will be looking to grow the EA Entertainment label, whose very name implies that the conglomerate will be growing ambitions beyond the video game industry. This was most recently underlined by a revelation that EA is working on a system to automatically pair popular streamers with sponsors. The announcement of the reshuffling mentioned no particular changes to the company's overall content strategy though. However, if you're looking for a bargain, then the Yakuza games have just made their DRM-free debut on GOG.com, and to celebrate, it's offering Yakuza the Complete Series for just over $34 or £27. It's a package of 7 games in the series. However, there is an oddity about the Yakuza Complete Series, which is the fact that it's not actually the complete series. The package includes Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, Yakuza 3, 4 and 5 Remastered, and then Yakuza 6 Song of Life. But it does not include Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, and that's simply because Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon isn't on GOG yet. While this package currently has a 70% discount, it's not the only Yakuza package available, as there's also a pack with the first 3 games for 66% off, and one with the remasters of 3 to 5 of the same discount. So make sure to go and take advantage of the sale before it goes back up to the regular retail price. As for our final story this week, Blizzard's explanation of Diablo IV's seasons and their battle passes didn't mention that you have to start a new character to participate in each one, and news of the requirement is bewildering a lot of players. Just weeks before the start of Season 1. Diablo 2's ladders and Diablo 3's seasons worked the same way. You start a new seasonal character each time one starts, but that context was pretty easy to miss this time around. There's also the issue of the Battle Pass, which is new for Diablo 4, and the reason that the topic came up this week, as leveling it will require a new seasonal character. Diablo franchise general manager Rod Ferguson confirmed on Twitter, where he said, "To take part in the seasonal questline, mechanics, season journey and battle pass, you will need to create a new seasonal character. Playing campaign with seasonal characters, if you so desire or need to finish, will also progress the season journey and battle pass. You won't lose any other characters, and your new seasonal character will become a regular character after the season ends." But the response on Twitter indicates that that's not something that the Diablo players were expecting, with one saying, "Since I paid for the first season, I'll make a new character, but after that I'm done. Re-leveling off the same content, with some new and small twists, isn't my idea of fun, to rinse and repeat. But I guess time will tell how things go." Blizzard has been developing the seasonal characters concept for years, and Diablo's first season debuts in July. But that's all we have time for this week. If you have any thoughts on anything discussed this week, please leave it in the comment section below as always, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.